There's excitement in Berkeley, California. The Cal Bears are getting some votes in the top 25 polls, where their additional votes are like 40th and 41st overall, just a handful of votes. But still, they're excited. Upset win at Auburn in week 2 last week. Carry some momentum into the San Diego State game. And then, of course, they have their ACC opener at Florida State next week. That just sounds strange. But anyway, we'll talk about that more in a moment. I do think there's a betting opportunity, though, in this San Diego State-Cal game. Your late-night game, Saturday night on ESPN National TV. I'm going to give that to you free here with analysis in just a moment. Hi, this is Steve Merrill, WagerTalk.com, right back here on Wager Talk TV. And, yeah, the Cal Golden Bears make their Atlantic Coast Conference debut next week at Florida State. So this isn't a great setup for them. It's a definite sandwich game. Road underdog win at Auburn, at Florida State next week, conference opener for the first time in the ACC. And now they're laying more than 2 touchdowns at home against San Diego State. But I'm going to look at the total instead, because I just don't trust San Diego State's offense right now. So even though maybe it's a scheduling spot for them, can we trust this ugly dog who got shut out last week against Oregon State? And there was nothing misleading about that 21-0 loss, by the way. They've started a true freshman at quarterback the first 2 games of the season, Danny O'Neal. He was just 11 for 24 last week with barely over 100 yards at Oregon State. I don't look for that to get any better against an improved Cal defense. And keep in mind, Cal last year did this same thing out of the gate. They started strong defensively, then kind of tapered off once conference play began. Last year, they also played Auburn early on in the season, and of course, that was a 14-10 loss last year. But in the first 3 games, they gave up 21, 14, 17, and then they had their opener at Washington, a very good conference opponent last year in the Pac-12, and gave up 59, and they just kind of wore down after that. But Cal's playing good defense out of the gate again early this season. They're definitely going to be able to handle, in my opinion, San Diego State, a team that cannot throw the ball, which means they're going to look to establish the running game. And that's what San Diego State did in the first game against Texas A&M Commerce. And on the paper, hey, 45-14 win back on August 31st looks impressive, but it wasn't. First of all, they were a 32.5-point favorite, so they didn't cover. I actually watched some of that game, believe it or not, late that Saturday night. It was on True TV, and all week long as I take my handicapping breaks and watch one of my favorite shows, Impractical Jokers, they kept running these Mountain West ads, and the San Diego State Texas A&M Commerce game was highlighted, so I felt like I had to watch a little bit of it. And when I turned it on, Texas A&M Commerce actually had the lead in the first half. In fact, at the half, they were up 6-3. San Diego State only scored 3 points in the first half of that game, pulled away and wore down the smaller FCS team, as is often the case in the second half. But this is not a San Diego State offense that we can trust right now, and that was evident with the shutout loss last week against a better Oregon State team. So I think under the totals the play in this game. Did open as high as 50 in some locations, but was quickly bet down with sharp money to 48. Plenty of value still under 48 or more between San Diego State and Cal. That's your late night game, ESPN National TV at 10:30 Eastern. Hey, comment below. What are your thoughts on this game? What are your thoughts on California, Stanford playing in the Atlantic Coast Conference after being in the Pacific Coast Conference? I mean, it's just insane. Also, what are your thoughts on Impractical Jokers? One of the best TV shows out there. Are you a fan? It's not as good since they went down to just 3 cast members. I'm not sure it'll ever be the same, but this was one of the old reruns I was watching, so enjoyed watching it quite a bit. Hey, seriously though, comment below. I read all the comments, and I do reply back. Also, what are your thoughts on the other college football games this week on the slate for week 3? Also, don't forget, my top 25 college football video will be available later this week on Friday, analyzing the biggest games on the board with my proprietary 10,000 game simulation power ratings as well. Click subscribe. Click the bell for an instant alert when my top 25 video goes live on Saturday, and also my NFL Fade the Public video goes up this weekend for week 2 in the NFL. Great reason to hit subscribe and click the bell. And don't forget, thumbs up, like the videos as well. Helps keep content free here. By the way, we're talking college football. We're going to be talking NFL later this week with the top 25 video. But what are your thoughts on baseball? Are you still playing? I hope you are. I hope you've been following me, because as I record this video midweek, we're on a current 26-6 baseball best bet run over the past month for my clients at wagertalk.com. Once again, that's a mere 26-6 baseball run. Yeah, football's exciting. It's a great moneymaker as well. And oh, by the way, I do quite well in football. The last 2 seasons combined, nobody has won more ATS units of profit in college and pro football combined than I have at Wager Talk. So what a great time to be on football, baseball, basketball just a month and a half away. Yeah, I know where I'm heading. I know what you're thinking. All Sports subscription, and I'm going to give you an instant $800 discount on a 1-year All Sports with promo code SM365. Several of you took advantage of that promo code last week. Why not do it this week? Baseball red hot. Football is here. Basketball around the corner. Great time to lock up a full 1-year package. and get it for just $3 a day, about $1.50 per play with promo code SM365. Or if you want football only, smaller football package, you can try a 30-day sampler right now for just $1.99. No promo code needed. That's a discounted price, instant $50 discount off the normal rate, just $1.99 when you sign up this week for football, and that's on my page also. Just go right below my best bets, my daily free play, and you'll see those special offers. Once again, Steve Merrill, wagertalk.com, and don't miss those daily free plays as well, and get there quicker with shortcut wt.buzz/SM. Follow me on X, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, at Steve Merrill, 2 R's, 1 L, 2 R's, 1 L, at Steve Merrill on X and Instagram. And stay tuned right here for more free sports betting content videos right here on Wager Talk TV.